Hey, y'all. Cheers. Thursday, 2nd of March. Moving right along. It's my first cup of the day. Cheers, folks. Thinking of my friend Michael Teach, who runs Cowdog Records and acoustic. It's a collective in Chicago. He's having eye surgery either today or tomorrow. I'm thinking of him. This is his label, and that was his sweet dog. Oh, I love that dog. She passed away a few years ago. He was, you know how people are with their pets. That's why I don't have pets anymore. I used to have a bunch. I used to have dogs. I had 5 cats and a dog at the most at once. I love animals. I love I love life. I do. So I hope Mike's going to be okay. So, folks, it was brought to my attention. I didn't know that Bandcamp Friday was going to be this month. I thought it was like maybe every other month. So I got a notice from Bandcamp that it's happening tomorrow for March. And I have all this new music that I'm working on. And so I'm not going to put any on Bandcamp for tomorrow because the stuff I'm working on is for physical releases. At first, the Brian Day was going to be cassette. Now we're going to make a CD. The fidelity is so good. We want to make a CD. The Cubby and Blake project, Blake and Cubby Blake, the 3 of us. I'll put that out on CD. Although I have a couple of labels in mind to approach, thinking they might possibly be interested in making a vinyl version of it. And then my solo album, which is still on schedule for this year. So what I'm doing for this month's Bandcamp Friday is I put together a 23-track selection called Selections. I have a lot of material and just all kinds of stuff from over the years. And I dare say even folks who really follow me probably haven't heard half of what I've done, even half of what's online. I'll bet you. Who has time, really? Seriously. So I put together an hour program of stuff that goes all the way back to the 80s. Kind of like retrospective, but I'm calling this one Selections. And what I've done for this one is I've included some stuff that's kind of special to me. There's a couple tracks that are recorded in Japan in 1994. And a lot of that stuff I just haven't made public. It was for library music. And I just, kind of honored that agreement with the fellas that I'm making this music for your library. Plenty of time has passed and I can do whatever I want with my music. Now that's how it goes. I mean, it really is legally. But also, to open the album, I'm sharing this track that my brother and I played. My younger brother Patrick passed away about 2 years ago. Still tough, But he was a really wonderful guitar player, and but he played standards. He played jazz. He hardly wrote. He only wrote 2 things that I know of. One with me. I'm going to put one of them on the album. It's called Mr. Sully. He named it after one of his employers that he respected. Here, let me play just a bit of it here for you. And let me see what this message is. That's my little baby brother. album. It's we recorded that on April 17th, 2005. I have actually hours of my brother and I rehearsing and practicing and jamming. And there's a lot of mistakes on my part, which is why a lot of those recordings remain private. But as I was listening to this and listening to a couple other things, it's like I need to make some more of this stuff available to folks to hear. My brother's playing was wonderful, and when he passed away, I was, besides being concerned about his health, really trying to find a way to get him back in the live music game, only to find out that he just wasn't capable physically and was hiding it. Okay, all right. That'll be up tomorrow or midnight tonight. I will post it for Bandcamp Friday. To share some music with you, let me dip back into these Moon June releases. This is a label to know, folks. And Leonardo Pavkovic is a wonderful human being. I do sincerely hope we get to meet in person, Leonardo. I love what you're doing, and he's online all the time. He's one of those people who has fully embraced social media, and whatever he's doing, he's constantly posting pictures about it, and he's all over the world. So I was listening to this, Tony Bianco featuring David Liebman with Michel Delville, Inti, Machine Mass, whatever. Machine Mass, perhaps that's the name of the project, and Inti is perhaps the name of the release. Yeah, it kind of has a bit of a slight blue note or old jazz album look to it, appropriately so, and appropriately they have Dave Liebman on saxophone on this. This is pretty cooking. This is actually really rather good, and there is a Miles Davis sort of thing where they do the jam thing, where they get an ostinato or they get a riff, and they expound on it, and they beef it up, and they bring it up. That's what's important about this stuff, and that's what I learned about Miles and his that group of musicians who played so well together. They could come together like this, make something very interesting, but they were able to take it up and then back down and up. And that's the beauty of playing with people when you're locked in, or when you catch a groove or a vibe together, that you can move as a single unit. This is really quite good. Jazz. Michael Delville plays guitar and electronics. Tony is the drummer, and he's good. And then we got Dave Liebman, and this is solid. This is very good. Very, very good. Yesterday, people were celebrating the 50th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon. This is an album that is ubiquitous. I mean, this is in almost everyone's record collection. I mean, that's overstating it, but there's a lot of truth to that. This is not my original copy. This is maybe my second or third copy. When it came out, it was a phenomenon. Everybody was listening to it. Everybody had it. I saved my pennies and I bought a copy when it came out. I don't have that copy anymore. I don't have the stickers. I still have the poster. Do I rate this album? Yeah, I do. It was kind of like the sun and the moon lining up, the stars lining up when they made this album. There was just a lot that went into making this project really special. And as like many people, I've heard this album easily 1,000 or more times. And yet when I put it on yesterday, side one, I listened to the whole side one. You just fall into it. This is a great recording in the history of music. That is a great recording. Dark Side of the Moon. It sure is. I noticed Metro Boomin. I see his new album. He's doing a pastiche of the Pink Floyd album where the two guys are shaking hands and one is on fire. I thought that was pretty cool looking. Played this yesterday, Only One Side, The Fallen Angel. This is a very collectible, it's a long way down, but this is a reissue. But this is a very collectible album from the psychedelic era. And for good reason. This is very good musically. It's not hype on this one. I like it when it's not hype bullshit that makes records collectible. This is very good. It straddles between progressive, for that time, this was the 60s, 68, progressive, classical, folk, and psychedelic elements. And the guys play well. That's the other thing I noticed. They sing and play well. And the good composition, it's a good album. Really enjoyed that. And here's one where, after I was done working yesterday, I had a really good session with Blake. Was supposed to have one with Cubby today, but see, my dudes are so busy, and their lives are so full, they forget half the time. Cubby had originally scheduled to record with me today, and then he forgot he's going to New York this afternoon. No, we don't do that. You focus on going to New York. And this is his first time going to New York. I'm excited for Cubby. He's, like I said, still like 27, 28. Brilliant young man. I predict he won't come back. I predict that Cubby will catch the flavor of New York and move there. So I'm catching him while I can. These are great musicians I'm playing with. I'm telling you, I can already say that. Young and great already. So I played some of this. Annette Peacock, Sky Skating. I like to post records online when I play them to potentially discuss or just to turn people on, because still to this day I show records online in the groups and it's like consistent comments. What's this? Never heard of that. What's this? So I enjoy sharing that. However, when I looked closely at the illustration, she's bare-breasted. So I said, boy, isn't it a shame that we live in a time where I have to censor something like this, concerned that I'll get restricted or blocked by Facebook? Isn't that ridiculous? That's backwards. Well, that's not forward. That's backwards. That's some bullshit. But if you don't know Annette Peacock, you've probably heard her music, especially if you listen to jazz. She's been recorded, her compositions have been recorded by many people. Paul Bley, ex-husband or lover, he recorded a lot of stuff. Some great tunes by her, as well as his wife, Carla Bley. So that's that, and that's it. Yes, I know that about Borbetomagus. I've got one of their albums on vinyl. That's what I want to share this morning. I'm not disappointed that the session has to be rescheduled today, because I'm excited about everything that's going on with me and my friends. I'm happy for Cubby to have the opportunity to go to New York. I'm also happy because yesterday's session with Blake was real productive. And I worked on mixing it, went to bed with a CD of yesterday's mix. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do a self-release on CD to get it out. But I'm going to pursue a vinyl release through a label. I have a couple labels in mind that I think might take me up on this. This is really good what we're doing. It is. It's world class too. What else? Hello, family. Hello, everyone. Sending love to everyone. Take care with this weather. I mean, we are in the midst of the change in the weather due to climate change and other things. And so, like I was talking to my sister Stephanie, got a hold of me yesterday and said, It's snowing. She's out in California. And then it was raining. And then it stopped and it was supposed to snow again. Bizarre weather. So take care, people. Yeah. I always feel like there's something more to say. There is, but you'll just have to hold. Bandcamp Friday is tomorrow, like I said. Selections is the latest thing. And I put some stuff there on there that goes all the way back to the 80s, where it's me in my old house playing in the basement, playing real instruments, all analog, drums, guitars, keyboards. There's even, I think I even put something on there with my voice. Yeah, I did. And analog synthesizers too. Okay, talk to you later.